A few days ago, I did a video about a upcoming PlayStation 5 event, or at least some rumors and leaks and things like that that were happening. And a lot of people, got very excited about it. And now we have some even more information about the potentiality of what we're going to see. And I thought that this would be a good follow-up to that video because it seems like there's a lot of things that are coming that we didn't even know about, but it's definitely worth talking about. And I think there's some surprises in here that you guys might not even have heard of before. So, wait, what better way to do things than to kind of talk about them? And as always, I'm going to link these in the description. Even though they're rumors and leaks, they happen to have some pretty big sites backing them up, so should be a very interesting video. Again, we are definitely going to get some kind of PlayStation event because we still have to get the release date and the price and stuff like that. And there's also more games that they're going to talk about. So very exciting times if you're a fan of gaming. What's up, everybody? Crapgamer here with Crapgamer Reviews, back with another video. Thank you so much for checking it out. I really do appreciate it. Please like, share, subscribe. I would appreciate that as well. It helps out the channel and it means a lot to me personally. If you're wondering how to help out a small YouTuber like myself, a simple like. You can also take a minute and maybe decide if you want to subscribe. You can also share the video out or hit the bell so you're notified of all the content as soon as it drops. That's very important in these YouTube streets, I tell you what. So with that being said, it looks like there's definitely some interesting stuff going on. First of all, the actual official PlayStation channel updates the PS5 playlist with private videos, indicating that there is going to be some kind of announcement coming soon. It looks like we're going to be getting something as soon as Sony puts a new private videos up into the PlayStation playlist. As to the content, what it might be, we don't really know, but it looks like it's going to be something possibly having to do with the price and release date, given that we've already waited an incredible long time to get any kind of information about it. It could also be games or anything like that. They could also be announced as an undisclosed yet state of play event for September, which would also make sense given that in the same video Sony would also want to officially announce the release date for the PlayStation 5 as well. So that's very interesting because they usually update these things a little bit behind the scene as it comes about. So here's what's also on the docket. Alleged amazing PlayStation 5 event on September 9th. To include full hardware and UI reveal, console launch date, prices, and new PlayStation 5 games information. So there has been an alleged leak. Again, I want to state, take it with a grain of salt. Even though I can link this, I urge you all to take this with a grain of salt, and we'll see what happens. This will apparently take place on Wednesday, September 9th, according to this leak. The show will include a full look at the PlayStation 5 hardware and the UI, price, and launch date, as well as a feast of information in regards to the games for next generation. So this was another PlayStation 5 rumor that has cropped up, and it's doing the rounds on various social media avenues and things like that, and people are starting to wonder whether some of the included information is true. The post claims to a PlayStation 5 event will take place on September 9th, which is the date that has already been picked up by a lot of console watchers as the likely time for Sony to take the covers off the rest of the hidden console details. Additionally, this post also reckons that Sony's going to show off every tiny bit of the PlayStation 5 hardware, which they've yet to do, which would make a lot of sense as well. If the launch date, pre-orders, and prices are going to be announced at the same event, gamers will want to see what they are, buying. What are we going to get? Where's the teardown? Where's the deep information, deep dive on this? So it seems like a lot could be on the cards for this as well, and it looks like we're going to finally get our first look at the PlayStation 5 UI, which will also, is pretty cool because we've heard some very interesting and amazing things about it. So if that wasn't enough to absolutely blow your minds, it looks like the average PlayStation 5 fans is going to be in for a bunch of details about the games to be consumed. More gameplay reveals are on the cards. Supposedly, for Spider-Man Miles Morales, Ratchet & Clank, Gran Turismo 7, Demon's Souls, Godfalls, and Returnal, while Horizon Forbidden West wows us all in another new trailer. Believably, also, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War details will be shared on the same day. So supposedly, the September 9th day is the day we're going to get Black Ops Cold War gameplay footage and information about the multiplayer. So that's going to be very interesting, to say the least, as well, the way that they've kind of done this. So that sounds very plausible. And again, we haven't seen anything in terms of Spider-Man Miles Morales. We haven't really seen much on that, and that's a launch game. So I would imagine they want to get sort of the kicks out on that and see exactly what's going on. So Japan studio will supposedly give out some details about the big horror game, which many fans are obviously hoping that it's Silent Hill. And there's going to be further information about both first-party and third-party titles headed to the PlayStation 5. And furthermore, there's going to be a revamp of PlayStation Now, with the service seemingly spreading its wings over more territories in the future, which is a pretty big wish list. But that is something that Sony has been wanting to do for a while as now. Speaking of Silent Hill, again, there's a few different things that I'm covering in this video, and all of them are going to be linked in the description below. These are fresh rumors about the Silent Hill PS5 reboot, thanks to a person, no, not the person that was lying about the PlayStation 5, but somebody else instead. To their credit, they have a very solid track record about what's going on. Apparently, these are the key talking points. Konami has been working on a Silent Hill game reboot like God of War for around 2 years. Project Silent Hills decided this year after a briefing with Konami, a legal representative of Kojima and Sony. Japan studio with PlayStation support carries the development of Project Zero to become a survival horror video game after a partnership signed with Konami. This should be the Silent Hill reboot, and Toyama as creative director. As well, Sony will publish and release it as a PS5 exclusive. Konami would obtain 8% of the revenue. Development status is expected to be good, so released by 2021 or early 2022. So there's no official confirmation on this yet, but there is some activity on the the official Silent Hill Twitter and things like that. So obviously, where there's smoke, there's fire, and a lot of this stuff, there's no way that it would remain sort of not leaked for as long as this is. So that's all incredibly good news, and something that we could get excited about. I feel like that's a big name game, and that's something that a lot of people would absolutely love. So going into a little bit more details, according to this anyway, again, huge grain of salt, please, please, please. New PlayStation 5 event is coming September 9th. Conference content is going to be a full PlayStation 5 reveal, including hardware, features, UI, system, launch date, and price. PlayStation Now is coming to more countries with a new marketing approach. Gameplay of 10 titles already revealed: Spider-Man, Ratchet & Clank, GT7, Demon's Souls, Godfall, and Returnal. All those coming on the console launch or the console launch window. Call of Duty Cold War multiplayer reveal. New trailer for Horizon 2 Forbidden West and games already announced in the June event. Big horror game coming exclusively to PlayStation 5, which we've been hearing for a while now is going to be the new Silent Hill. A partnership announcement of third-party games, including content, multiplayer, and timed exclusives, which would be very interesting to sort of say the least, because, again, that's sort of what we're all waiting for. You know what I mean? We're all waiting to see exactly what, what's actually going to be coming down the pipeline and what we could expect from Sony. And I think that some of it does sound quite plausible if you really want to think about it, just for the simple fact that we're going to have to be able to sort of get an idea of what's coming, and we don't know yet. Like, we've seen nothing really on Miles Morales yet, so I do feel like that's something that will probably be shown, and we know September is probably going to be the time when we actually get all this information. We're going to get some kind of information from Microsoft as well, so it makes sense that both these companies are going to be dropping stuff in September. We're honestly running out of time for this because these consoles are supposed to drop in early November, and we're at a situation where you don't even have 2 full months to do pre-orders for these things. So it's gonna be very difficult and very interesting to see exactly what these companies are going to be able to take advantage of, and just how they're going to be able to get like these pre-orders and things like that out in time to be able to do this. It's going to be very interesting. I find it to be fascinating to see how we're going to be able to accomplish this while while these companies are still trying to work on getting these games out and things like that. Realistically, it's just one of those things where I am absolutely amazed that these companies are able to do anything at a time like this with everything that's going on in the world. So getting any kind of launch games or any kind of stuff like that just really blows my mind, and I do really wish them all the best, because I feel like both Microsoft and Sony they're doing their best. I'm not going to lie. I do think that Microsoft is woefully unprepared for next generation, but I do feel like that these companies are still very much doing their best. And it's just going to take some time. And I realize that there's going to be some issues here and there, and there's going to be some delays here and there, and you're just going to have to bear with them. But I just feel like that's what's going to happen, and that's going to be something that we're all going to have to put up with and understand. Like, I want this consoles to still come out. I feel like they are still going to come out. Realistically, we just might have to be patient before we get the real stuff that we want. But it looks like on the Sony side, they're a little bit more prepared in handling this stuff a little bit better than what Microsoft is. I just feel like Microsoft put everything they had into Halo, and that was really a mistake on their part to trust 343 after they let them down multiple times in the past. So that's going to be, a big downfall for them. Plus, Microsoft doesn't even seem like they care one way or the other, to be quite frank with you guys. For whatever reason, good or bad, it just honestly feels like they don't care as much about what's going on with with this situation. I really feel like if they really did, they probably would have bought some games. They would have done something to, get people excited about the console and the brand again. And realistically, in a year leading up to their next-gen console launch, they absolutely have released more content on PC this year than they have on their own console. So that's a bit disheartening. And seeing some of the lower quality, I mean, not necessarily lower quality, but games like Tell Me Why and Battletoads and, Wasteland 3, those aren't really big for console gamers. They're not even in the top 50 of Xbox played games. Like, Xbox gamers are starving for big AAA releases from Microsoft, and we might have to wait a long time to get those. So anyway, I would love your all's thoughts and opinions on this. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to watch one of my videos. Please stay safe, happy, and healthy. Have a great day. Rack 'em up. Game on, my friends. Game on. Crapgamer out.
Unscripted.